War veterans issue a 10 points respond to Constitutional Amendment Act number 3, challenge ZANU-PF and Mnangagwa. Kusangana kwataita zvakare pano pachannel yenyu yeMagaba News YouTube channel ichange ichikupa nhau dzinoitika munyika yeZimbabwe kuitira kuti mugoziva zvizhinji maererano nezvinenge zvichitenderera. Zuva ranhasi we have news dziri kubva dzaburitswa dzichinyorwa navaJacob Ngarivhume vachibuditsa about war veteran 10 points respond to Constitutional Amendment Act number 3 chinova chiri chirongwa chiri kuonekwa munyika yeZimbabwe chisiri kudiwa neveruzhinji Constitutional Amendment Bill number 3 ichi. So war veteran ari kunzi pamwe chete vachitungamirirwa na the retired air marshal Muchena vakanyora pari kunzi vakabuditsa 10 mapoints anova ari mapoints avari kupa kuZANU-PF kuti igare ichiziva dziri yambiro zvakare. So pamapoints aya aita kuti agosumudza mutauro agotaurika munyika yeZimbabwe sezvo pa 10 mapoints aya number 1 iri kunzi the 2013 constitution will not be surrendered to fear. So zviri kunzi bumbiro remutemo ra2013 nemaWar veteran haringasarendwe nekuda kwematyira munyika yeZimbabwe. Question 2 zvikanzi we must now organize, mobilize, resist and reject. Vachiti ivo vanofanira kugadzirira pamwe chete nekubatana pamwe chete nekuramba urongwa huri kuitwa nezvigananda zveZANU-PF. Ende vakati zvakare we will not flinch and we will not break the law to save our constitution. Vachiti havasikuda kuti vatyore mutemo wemunyika vachida kuseva mutemo zvakare. And also vakati cabo 3 offend the spirit of the liberation struggle. Vachiti ivo cabo 3 iri kupiringisha upenyu hwema-liberation struggle hwakarwirwa kuhondo. So pataurika zvizhinji kusvika 10 mapoints aita kuti agotenderedzwe munyika yedu yeZimbabwe yatakabata zuva ranhasi pano paYouTube channel yenyu nepost iri kubudiswa navaJacob Ngarivhume yatakuisira pascreen. So according to news, war veteran aligned with the retired Air Marshal Henry Muchena have released what they describe as a 10 points response to Constitutional Amendment Act number 3, commonly referred as to CAA3. The statement is also being shared by Jacob Ngarivhume, who expressed support for the war veteran position. According to the statement, the group says it fully rejects Constitutional Amendment Act number 3 and urging that Zimbabweans 2013 constitution should remain unchanged. They maintain that the constitution belongs to the people and not to any individual, political parties or temporary office holder. The first point is their response saying they would not surrender the 2013 constitution because of the fear. They add that Zimbabwe have a responsibility to defend the country's supreme law through constitutional means. Second, the group calls on citizens to organize, mobilize, resist and reject what they believe are changes that weaken constitutional principles, and they say their campaign will remain focused on protecting the constitution. In the third point, the war veterans stated that they will not break the law while defending the constitution. Instead, they said their action will remain peaceful and within the legal framework. The fourth point urges that Constitutional Amendment Act number 3 goes against the spirit of Zimbabwe liberation struggle. This reflects the group opinion about the constitutional amendment and its impact on the country's founding values. The fifth point stresses that the constitution belongs to the people and should not belong to any president or a political leader. They say national laws must always reflect the willing of Zimbabwean citizens. Their sixth point criticizes elected members of parliament and senators whom they accused of betraying the public mandate by supporting cabo 3. The statement says those leaders will ultimately be judged by the people for their decision. In the 7th point, the war veterans say they did not spend years of defending the nation only to watch what they describe as a small group undermining the constitution. This is presented as one of the reasons behind their opposition to the amendment. The 8th point compared the Constitutional Amendment Act to the Unilateral Declaration of Independence, commonly known as UDI, saying they believe both represent action taken without the full consent of the people. This comparison reflects the views expressed in the statement. The 9th point claims that the Constitutional Amendment Act No. 3 is driven by individuals who were not directly elected by Zimbabwean voters. Again, this is the opinion pressed by the authors of the statement. Finally, the 10th point describes the Constitutional Amendment Act No. 3 as a treasury rather than a constitutional reform, reinforcing the group's overall rejection of the amendment. In a separate message, Jacob Ngarivhume said he stands firmly with the war veteran in rejecting Constitutional Amendment Act No. 3. He added that the Constitution belongs to the people and said any attempt to change it through what he described as an illegitimate process amount to an assault on Zimbabwe's democracy, sovereignty, and the sacrifice made by previous generations. Ngarivhume also stated that Zimbabwe are prepared to engage the statement peacefully under Section 59 of the Constitution, which guarantees citizens the right to demonstrate and present petition peacefully. He said the signal for the action would come in due courses and called on Zimbabwe to remain united, disciplined, and peaceful. He concluded by saying that the struggle should remain constitutional and none against it, and ending his message with the words, "The people will decide." The government and supports of Constitutional Amendment Act No. 3 have previously defended the constitutional changes, urging that they were passed through Parliament in accordance with the legal procedure. The debate over the amendment therefore continues to generate different opinions from political leaders, legal experts, and the former liberation war fighters. As always, the situation remains one of the significant public interest, and any further development or official response are expected to attract a close attention across Zimbabwe. Muri Zimbabwe ndona uyata yatakabata ndona wiri kubuda kuma war veteran patene mapoints munoti chii nadzo nawidzi tiso zvote yatakabata. Thank you for watching. If you find this update informative, don't forget to subscribe, like, and turn on the notification for more balanced news and political updates. Dokutenda nekutsigira kwamaita Magaba News.